My name is Wendy Richmond, and I am the CEO of Results Matter Dental Marketing. And today we are talking about AI chatbots. I'm so excited. And so before we get started, I'm going to share my screen with you all so we can, we're going to get started in just a moment, but I might as well get my screen set up here. And so we can, wait just a couple of minutes and then we will go from there. So let's just get everything all ready for you. All right. Okay, there we go. So I know that I'm a stickler. I try to be on time as much as possible. So for those of you who are here and on time, I do appreciate that from you. And I appreciate your time. And today we are going to talk about harnessing the power of AI chatbots to attract qualified patients to your dental practice. And I'm so excited about this topic, and we're going to dig in. I know you're going to have some questions as we go through this, so just make sure you take some notes. And when at the end, we can go through the questions and we'll make sure to answer everything for you, okay? All right, so first off, the purpose of this presentation is to provide you with the knowledge and awareness needed to effectively harness the power of AI chatbots to attract qualified patients to your practices. Okay, that's the main goal for today. All right, so before we get started and kind of dig in, why should you listen to a word that I have to say? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my background. I've been in the dental industry for the last 13, going on 14 years, and started as a marketing coordinator for a 2-location practice here in New Jersey. And then I went to a marketing director role, and I've been a marketing director now for several multi-million-dollar dental practices, and still am for even virtually. And I help dental practices grow, and one of the biggest ways now we're finding out is AI. And so that's why, again, I'm so excited to talk to you about it today. Now, I've always been a learner. I love to learn. I love to implement when I learn. And when I heard about AI and the power of AI, I mean, I couldn't believe it at first. I was like, really? But then I started to dig in and I started to see it work. And I'm like, what? So the more I learned about it, the more I wanted to learn about it. And it kind of took me down paths to learn as much as I could about how AI can help on the marketing side and how we can apply that to dental practices so you can harness all of AI. But today we're going to really focus in on the AI chatbot. Okay. Now, for me, I've authored also 5 books. I have a book. One book was for college students, and then 4 were business books for business success. And then, of course, there's the 24/7, 365 front desk AI chatbots. I did not invent them, but let me tell you, I certainly know how to harness them. And so that's what we're really gonna. I'm telling you, you're gonna be blown away as we move forward. So what we're going to cover today is, first off, what is artificial intelligence? Let's make sure we're all on the same page because not everybody quite understands what it is. And so we're going to make sure we talk about that. What is the definition of a qualified patient? Now, your definition might be different than my definition just based on that I'm a marketer, and that's my job has been to always bring more new patients to the practices that I work for. And so we'll talk about that as well. We're going to introduce you to AI chatbots and how they're used, how you can implement them into your practice, maximizing that ROI. And I know as a marketing marketing director, I'm always getting asked about ROI, return on investment for the dental practice. And so we'll talk about that as well. And then I'm going to show you one thing for me to tell you, but then can show you some case studies and success stories of clients that are using it right now and are getting like phenomenal results based on utilizing the AI chatbot. And then how you can get started. right? Whether it's with my company, Results Matter Dental Marketing, or it's something that you want to pursue more, it's actually very easy to get started. So we'll make sure we'll dive into that as well. Okay, so first let's talk about what is artificial intelligence, AI. So AI stands for, of course, artificial intelligence, and it's like a computer or a robot that can learn and make decisions on its own. So without being told exactly what to do, it's very interesting. It's kind of like a super smart friend who can figure out things on their own. That's what AI is, okay? Now, AI is made by programming a computer or a robot with algorithms and data that allows it to learn and make decisions. So it's just like teaching the computer how to think and learn, just like how we think and learn from our experiences and information. Now, some of you might be going, okay, Wendy, this sounds a little sci-fi. Well, of course it's sci-fi, right? This is 2024. Sci-fi is here. AI is here. It's not going anywhere. And that's why if you are jumping on and jumping in now, even if you're dipping your toe in, you're going to be farther ahead than the majority of your competitors. But the thing is that eventually your competitors are going to catch up. So if you don't do something about it now, in my opinion, you're going to be left behind. And so I'm glad you're here watching this now. So let's talk about what is the definition of a qualified patient. So you have your definitions, which are awesome. I have my definitions based on being a marketing director. And so here are who I consider qualified patients. So it's any existing patients who have or have not accepted treatments yet. Okay, absolutely. You have existing patients, their families, and their friends. Absolutely. Patient referrals, those are top. Patients who have not accepted treatment, right? So there's going to be a whole slew of patients that have come in and met with you and have said, let me think about it, or whatever their reasoning is for not moving forward with treatment. So they are absolutely a qualified patient. Patients who have not come into the practice yet from marketing, we call them leads. So a lot of dental marketing agencies are out there, and then when they run ads, they run for leads to get people to pick up, raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested. And however they come in, whether it's a phone call or through a form or something like that. But these are people that absolutely could be qualified for your practice. Patients who have asked questions about the practice. Those people who pick up the phone and call, or they text or chat or any of those types of things, asking questions. And, those people are interested enough that they went to you to find out more about you and your services. So absolutely, I would consider them a qualified to be able to come into your practice. Patients who have been pre-qualified and not come in. Now, this is like the holy grail, like being pre-qualified. Folks, when it comes to them coming in and being ready to accept treatment and having financing in place, having the right, whatever, all the things that you want to qualify them. Well, just so you know, that qualified person, as well as all the rest, can be worked with when it comes to the AI chatbot. All right. And so this is the beauty of it, because any one of these scenarios, you could get the chatbot to actually communicate with these people and help to bring them back in or bring them in to accept treatment. Okay. All right. So let's talk about AI chatbots. So what are AI chatbots? These are what we're going to talk about. Okay. Overview of the benefits of using AI chatbots, and then also understanding the potential impact of AI chatbots on patient acquisition as well as retention. Okay, so what is an AI chatbot? Look at that. AI chatbot, 24/7, 365 communication. So an AI chatbot is a computer program that can have conversations with people, like a chat with a friend, chatbot. It uses artificial intelligence to understand and respond to what people say, and it can learn from those conversations to get better at talking with people. That is the beauty of it, because if there's a place in your practice where you have communication with another person, existing patient, a potential patient, any of those, like this AI chatbot can have conversations with each and every one of those folks. Okay. Now, implementing them into your dental practice. So what we want to do is identify the key areas in your practice where AI chatbots can be most effective, right? Now, as we saw a few slides back, we talked about all the qualified patients, right? And anywhere in the patient journey that somebody has a conversation with that person, there's a key area where you could actually have an AI chatbot in your practice. Now, understanding the different types of AI chatbots. So I'll name you three just so we can, there's more, but three really kind of the initial ones that when practices, when they step in, whether they're dipping their toes in or going for it, they do one, if not all three of these. So number one is there's what is called the non-booking bot. A non-booking bot is a bot that's set up on a customer service path. Has all your frequently asked questions. It can guide people. It does it 24/7, 365. So, after hours, weekends, even during the office hours, you're probably busy. Your staff is busy. So if somebody wants to communicate with the practice, an AI chatbot can answer the majority of those questions and to help people either schedule, right? So help them by inviting them to pick up the phone and call the office, or if you have a schedule link that goes into your schedule, for example, the bot can actually invite that person to schedule on their own. And I have definitely, my practices utilize this, and the bots are getting folks to pick up the phone and call as well as schedule appointments, okay, on their own. Now, another one is called the booking bot. Booking bot is a bot that is trained, and its goal is to get someone scheduled. And if one of the ways that we do it is with an external calendar, and we don't want to get bogged down with all the details here, just knowing that a bot is very good at gathering information from the patient, what information you want from them before they even walk in your doors, and then two, finding a time on a calendar and actually scheduling that person. Okay. And then there's the third way, which is called this is oh my goodness. So the booking, the non-booking, and the pre-qualification. That's it. Pre-qualification bot is the bot that is set up to ask specific questions in a specific order. Again, pre-qualifying someone to see, based on your dental treatment, whether or not this person would be a good candidate by asking them all these specific kinds of questions. And then based on the answers, it can see whether or not this person could be the right fit for that particular treatment. Okay, so I mean, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. And these are the basic ones that usually first get implemented into a practice, and then we can go from there. Okay, so now we're talking about different ways you can use an AI chatbot in your practice. So I want to give you top 10 ways that you can definitely use this. And I talked about them just briefly a minute ago. So booking appointments, absolutely. Okay, they can schedule appointments and reminders if that's something that the practice wants. Answering common questions, absolutely. It can answer any question that you train it to answer the way you want it to answer it. Follow up after appointments. So you can have the bot, once you send out a communication to someone who's been in the office, then you can, once that person responds back, the bot can take over and talk with them and address their concerns, see how they're doing. And just again, without having the staff have to do all of that, an AI chatbot can definitely do that. You can send tips, information can go out. You're trying to fill your hygiene schedule. You have a bot, you send out a communication to about a hygiene tip, and then next thing you know, somebody text back and wanting to know something specific about hygiene, or they want to set an appointment. Again, the chatbot can do all that. Billing and payment assistance, we can do all kinds of things on this realm. And again, just depends on this is why you got to start thinking. I mean, I'm just here just to make you more aware of the different possibilities that the AI chatbot can actually do for you. and for the practice. And so as I'm going through this, you should jot some notes down, right? And see, go, that might be interesting. Okay. Because now we have more patient feedback and surveys. Now I know most of you have some kind of something already in place when it comes to sending out automatic, surveys and things like that. Just so you know, if we can find a way to connect that, or one, it can be done, say through us, through Results Matter, dental marketing, kind of one. But if you have another platform doing it already, don't want to change that, then it's just a matter of taking, based on what that company does, then we see how we can connect the chatbot up to then start to communicate, to thank them, or answer any other questions or concerns they might have if they're leaving a negative review, for example. Appointment reminders, of course, you have appointment reminders for patients coming in and out. If they need to reschedule, this is where the bot can take over as well. This one is a big one, emergency assistance. Look, if you don't have somebody, people, if they have an emergency, they may call. Most people today, and this is why the chatbots are so important, is that most people today, they don't want to pick up the phone and call. They want to text. They want to text. And so they would text before they would actually pick up the phone and call. So if you don't have a texting capability so they can use, you are missing out on opportunities. So with this, this is 24/7, 365, right? So this can now help you when it comes to giving answers to people, directing them, telling them more things of what they could do based on their emergency, based on the time of day it is, or the day of the week it is. I mean, this is key when it comes to helping you. So you don't have to hire an outside service to take these calls. And I mean, you can do it automatically with the AI chatbot. This is another very cool one. If you have any different like language, any folks that have different languages, the majority of my practices, they definitely have more than one language patient. And so the chatbot can actually talk to the patient in their language. What? So, I mean, it's one thing if you have, say, for example, Spanish speaking patients, and maybe you don't have everyone at the front desk that speaks Spanish, but what happens if you have the bot that can actually talk to them in Spanish, right? Without having to then try and do the Google, which I have done in the past, where you have to like do the Google Translate and things like that. So, I mean, again, a beautiful thing that the bots do. Course rescheduling, I just saw it today. Someone, texted in instead of calling in, they texted in saying, I need to reschedule my appointment. The bot took over and found another convenient time for them to come in and then rescheduled them. Very, very nice. Education information, right? Just like the hygiene tips, you can provide any kind of education out to a group of people, a list of people, and you can then get them to chat back, ask questions, and all those types of things. Again, showing that you really care so much that you're sending out information, which is a great marketing, that's a way that to keep your top of mind is by sending and always pushing out information. And just so you know, the chatbots can actually work to answer questions on Facebook. They can answer questions on Instagram, on Google My Business. Okay. Now, so you don't have to have somebody working 24/7 who's always trying to answer those questions, So now I could go on, and we could spend another 20, 30 minutes just talking about more ways that the AI chatbot can be used in a practice. And so if you just, I'll leave the screen up for just a moment. So when you watch this, and you get the replay, then you can pause it and you can look at those again and go, okay, this looks good. This looks good. Let me see what we could do just to give you more ideas of the possibilities that the AI chatbot can bring. So now let's talk about maximizing the ROI. I know everybody asks me, what's the return on investment? How much does it cost? And all those types of things. And the cost just varies depending, again, how much you're going to use it, like anything, and what you're going to use it for. But the cool thing, just so you know, and it's very minimal compared to other types of services or hiring somebody or utilizing staff time to do some of these things. So right now you can review your metrics and analytics to measure the success. So I have one of my practices for sure. They like are very detailed. Like we know exactly who the AI bot talked to, whether they came in or not. Did they show right? And then what were they coming in for? And did they accept treatment? So you can really correlate. Like for example, I have one office that I know the chat bot talked to the person. Okay. They had them schedule on an external link. The person scheduled. Then, of course, the staff took over. Just, they do a patient advocate and they reached out to them. But the bot helped them schedule at the very beginning. They showed and they just accepted $9,000 worth of treatment. So, I mean, that's just one example of, are they getting an ROI? Absolutely. Some practices, and the clients, they don't even like, it's just, if they could have anything that could help their front desk or their staff that are either overworked, they don't have enough of them, they don't have enough time in the day, all those reasonings for not having, being able to follow up. And that's one of the biggest things that an AI chatbot can do is follow up with prospective patients, for example. I have another office that got in 1 month 64 forms on their website. I told you more people would rather text, fill out a form, than pick up the phone and call. And now we've got it set up where the bot takes over once they fill out the form, but because the office could not get the staff as much as they were trying to actually do what they needed to do to follow up with this prospective new patient. 64 of them in 1 month. So their marketing's working, and it's just a matter of how can you get your marketing more working is by actually having other tools and resources to help. And that's where that ROI comes in. Understanding the potential, like I was saying before, is like if you can have an AI chatbot work for you 24/7, 365, and not have to pay staff, I mean, there you go. And how many ways can you do this where so it makes you expand more without having to expand as far as the dollars that you spend, or again, a minimal spend versus trying to hire a human? I mean, there's a tremendous potential. And then optimizing and improving. Look, I'll be the first one to say, that is the AI chatbot 100%. One, there's no service 100%, in my opinion. Absolutely not. I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, it's 95%. So 95% of this absolutely is way better than having 0% of this. So, but we're always looking at it and tweaking it. You have to train the bot to answer your frequently asked questions or answer the way you want it to answer. So there is a little bit of tweaking and training and optimizing it as you go along. And remember, the more it does, the better it gets. And so we look at that. That's part of what we do when folks come to us for the chatbot service, is that we're always looking for ways to optimize and improve the performance. And we're constantly looking at it and seeing how we can make it better. And then exploring additional features and capabilities, right? There's so many, as you saw, I gave you almost 20 ways of that, how you can use, oh my goodness, how you can use AI chatbots. And so there's tons of different things that we can do, even connecting to the bots that can optimize them for your practice. So I want to showcase some real life examples. So I'm going to walk you through and show you a few right now. And here, this is actually a holistic dental office. And this in the blue is the bot. And then this is what the person said. And so the bot actually, again, is trained to be nice, to be upbeat, to be happy, to be knowledgeable. And so, hi, and use their first name. This is Francesca with the name of the practice. And I saw your request, and I just need to ask you a couple of questions before I get you scheduled. Is that all right? Sure. And great. What kind of services are you interested in? Okay, look how friendly that is. I need a holistic dentist. Well, great. What kind of holistic dentistry services are you looking for? I want to remove my silver fillings, the person says. All right, got it. Are you looking for any other services such as biocompatible fillings, ozone therapy, or elective IV therapy? Now, I want to pause for a second because this practice, which is a very niche practice, was concerned, like, is the bot going to be able to answer questions without going too far and without, like, going off the rails? And as you see, it is not. It is asking and asking probably even more than a regular, say a human would do, just because it's trained that it needs to get all the information. And it never has a bad day. It's never rushed. It never has a person, a patient in front of them, and they're trying to, talk to people via chat or whatever. This is its job. So this is a response from an incoming lead. So the lead actually said something like, they're coming back from back to New Jersey. So the bot, instead of just going off on its own or just saying something standard, it says, I'm glad to hear that you're from New Jersey. Come on, right? It's like, if you need any dental services while you're back, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would be happy to schedule a complimentary consultation for you. Just give us a call at, which is what this practice wants, or click the link to schedule online, and they have an external link. That's the goal for this practice, okay? Every practice is different as to what they want the AI chatbot to do for them. So here's an online form follow-up, right? A contact form somebody filled out. And here's the first message. You're welcome. What brings you to the office today? Because again, there was a couple of messages before, and this was a follow-up. So a form came in, and the bot, just so you understand, the bot doesn't push out messages. Like my platform, my system, we push out messages, get people to respond, and then the bot takes over from there. Okay. They have to respond to something. So we sent out a message. The form comes in, we give them a day, and then we send out a message to them saying, just wanted to check, hi, this is, say, Wendy from whatever dental practice, and we just wanted to check to see if you were taken care of. And that person said, yeah, great. Well, first they said, here, I already set up a consultation for in February for my son. But I want you to look at the next message. That's great. We look forward to seeing you and your son in February. Is there anything else I can assist you with? So again, instead of just saying something generic, it brings in the conversation before it. So it's very, very personal. And they say, no, thank you. We're all good to go. Bot says, wonderful. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to give us a call with the phone number during our office hours. Have a great day. Nice, right? So nice. I love it. So how can you get started? So that's just a few. I'm actually going to dive in and show you some more in just a second, but let's talk about how you can get started. First off is that you want to look at the different ways based on what we talked about. Once you see this and watch this again, you'll get an idea. Oh, okay. And the more you listen, you'll be like, oh, I think we could use it there. I think we could use it here or wherever. And so you want to do that first. We have resources and tools and support to help you implement this in your journey. So that's what our job is to make this work for you. So we have that for you. And then how to choose the right solution, right? Do you want a non-booking bot? Do you want a booking bot? Do you want a pre-qualification bot? Do you want any of these other bots that actually do something specific other than the three I just mentioned, right? So we talk to you about that. Now, what we covered today, okay, just kind of recap, is an introduction to AI chatbots for dental practices, how to implement them into your practice, maximizing that ROI. Showed you some case studies and some success stories, and then how we can get started, okay? What you should think about before you get started. So next steps, okay, this is what you do. You do this with me, right? Or you do this on your own, or whatever company. If you decide to go with another company, make sure that you and they do an assessment to identify the key areas that you could use the AI chatbot. Then begin that process with the guidance of the training today or with whatever company you may choose. Okay. And now I actually want to play something for you just so you can kind of see it in action. And so let's watch this.
What if you had an AI booking bot that knew all of your FAQs and responded to leads in real time, overcoming objections and booking them onto your calendar? Here's what it could look like.
And there you go. All right. So that was actually really nice. And you saw how personable it was. And if always offering two options, which sometimes front desk does, sometimes they don't, we don't know. But this is trained to do the things that we know it needs to do to actually get somebody to have a really good experience at first with your office, and then come in, and then if they have a better first experience, more likely to accept treatment. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So let's, oh, well, what I want to show you actually, so let's go. I want to get back to this. So let me stop this share for just a second, and then we're gonna share, because I want to show you something that is really, because there's one thing for me to talk about it, and another thing is for you to actually really experience this. So I'm going to actually share my screen again. And let's share it here. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. There we go. So what I want you to do, I'm going to make sure that you have this website. This is my website up here. Okay. And this, gives you some more information. It's really nice when it comes to giving you general overview of the AI chatbot. Okay. And so there's a couple of things that I want you to do. Number one is over here is an actual chatbot. Okay. And so when you click on it, see, you can ask it questions. Okay. And then it will, about the chat, right? You're on the website. So you can ask it questions about the, whatever website you're on. Okay. Which is the chatbot. So you ask questions about the chatbot. Now, if you want to actually experience this yourself, this right here is where I want you to go, because you can then come in here, put your full name, cell phone, your email, your practice name, the AI front desk name. What do you want your front desk name to be? Your website. It doesn't have to have the HTTP. Just put, what your website is. And then, of course, I agree, and then create your own front desk. Then what happens is, on your phone, the phone number you gave, make sure it's a cell phone, it will actually come back and it will start talking to you on your cell phone, and it will walk you through as if it is someone working at your office, answering questions and then trying to schedule you. Okay. It's pretty mind blowing. So I want to make sure that you do that. Okay. And so let me show you, though, this is what the platform looks like. And when you come in and work with me, this is the platform that you get access to, where you can see all of the wonderful, these are different conversations. I mean, let me click on one here. Different conversations that have come in, okay, there's various ways that they come in. One is going to be through the online chat. One could be through a form. One could be through the demo. So there's lots of different ways. They could come in from Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, and then they can be managed right here. So you can actually see what the bot is saying, okay? And then you can stop the bot easily. And it's just basically, you just come over here and you write the word stop bot, and then that stop the bot, and then a person can actually take over and answer questions or do whatever you want to do. And this is where you can manage all of the bot activity. So I'm telling you, I am so excited about sharing this with you, and I hope that you got some good stuff from it. And I know you have some questions, and we will get to those questions, but let me just make sure that we get back to how I can help you. Okay, so let's go back here. And if you are interested in learning more, having a conversation, going through a demo, I can walk you through all of this. Then here's my contact information. Again, my name is Wendy, and I am the CEO of Results Matter Dental Marketing. And I appreciate your time. Make sure you check out the ai.resultsmatterdentalmarketing.com for more AI as well, all kinds of AI, and the chatbot is there for you as well. All right. So take care, make it a great day, and we will see you on the AI chatbot side.